get started. Okay. Today we're learning about commas. Well, my Wi-Fi is being bad. All right. We're going to.
We need to read all these paragraphs.
We're gonna read it. Yeah.
Okay.
What page, mister?
133.
They and the monster machine.
What?
I better turn off my camera.
Being so I need to fix some things. I do that during lunch. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Can I read, mister?
Yes. Monse, I want you to read the first section from here to here.
Okay. It says, punctuation, the right signal, unit 8, the common comma. Use commas to separate 3 or more items writing in a series. The items may be words or groups of words. The people of Japan eat rice, bamboo shoots, and fish. The group is called visit the zoo, went on a hike, and camp under the stars. Notice that the punctuation of series depends on the way it is writing. The wine was cold, damp, and gusty. The first comma is used because the word "and" has been omitted. The second comma uses to take each item in the series clear. The wine was cold, damp, gusty. Each comma is used in place of the word "and" which has been omitted. The wine was cold and damp and gusty. No commas are needed since the word "and" has not been omitted.
All right. So the first rule is use commas to separate 3 or more items written in a series. So omitted means taken away. So they took away "and." So instead of it, the wind was cold and damp and gusty, they just put the wind was cold, comma, damp, comma, and gusty. And so they put the comma if you take away "and." And if you don't take away "and," well then you don't need a comma. Okay? Carlos, will you read to me the second section down here?
Two or more adjectives that come before a noun. The short-sighted horse limped to the barn. The single comma has been placed after the word short because the word "and" has been omitted. Never place a comma between the last adjective and the noun it modifies. Wrong, the frisky furry kitten. Right, the frisky furry kitten. If the second adjective seems to form one expression with the noun it describes, no comma is used between the adjectives. The new apartment building. Two tests will help you decide wherever a comma is needed between the adjective. Test 1. Try putting the word "and" between the adjective. The new apartment building. Awkward, no comma is used. Test 2. Try reversing the order of the two adjectives. The apartment, new building, awkward, no comma is used.
Right, so use commas to separate 2 or more adjectives that come before a noun. So the sore, tired horse limped to the barn. The single comma has been placed after the word sore because the word and has been omitted. Okay. So never place a comma between the last adjective and the noun it modifies. So see right here, and in this area, right here, we're not gonna put a comma right there. This is the correct way, furry kitten. So here's the noun, here's the adjective. We're not gonna put a comma between the noun and the adjective. If the second adjective seems to form one expression with the noun it describes, no comma is used between the adjectives. So the new apartment building. And so here's 2 tests to try that out. You can try putting the word and in between the adjectives. And if it sounds funny, if it doesn't sound right, you're not gonna put a comma. And then you can also reverse the order of the 2 adjectives. The apartment, new building, that doesn't sound right either. So none of that. All right, we are going to get started on the bottom part down here. All right. Is that too much for you guys?
Mister,
Yeah.
may I go to a bathroom?
You got to go to the bathroom before class starts. Run fast. Okay. Here we go. We have this first one right here. The old horse neighed, snorted, kicked, rolled, and finally darted across the prairie. All right. Right here, we're going to start putting in commas. All right. We're going to use commas to separate items written in a series in these sentences. So where would the first comma go?
In horse and neighbor.
Hold up. We will not put the horse neighed. So here we have the, which is an article, old, adjective, horse, subject, neighed. All right, is a verb. It's doing something.
Yes.
So no
Yes,
commas
comma.
here. No commas here.
I'm shorter in kid and
Between
next one,
snorted and kicked,
in
there's
there,
a comma right there. Where else? There's 4 commas here.
And Mr.
Kicked. One more.
And finally, dirted.
Nope.
No, wait.
Finally.
Across.
No.
Dirted.
Nope. We already have a comma separating these 2. So we have a comma separating rolled and darted, a comma separating kicked and rolled, snorted and kicked.
In prairie.
Right here.
Means that I tell you, never do snorted, I tell you first. The first one that I tell you.
Oh, I didn't hear you say it though. All right, we got it down. So we put it between the things the horse is doing. The old horse neighed, snorted, kicked, rolled, and finally, just like we learned back up at the top of here, it separates and. So if we would put an and there, then that's where it's gonna go. But we didn't put an and there, so okay. Let's do this next one. Jason said that he would go to town, stop at the post office, buy some groceries, and be back home by 3 o'clock. All right, there is supposed to be
Groceries.
1, 2, 3 commas in this one. Where would the first one go?
Groceries. That will go to the town.
After groceries,
In the town.
after town,
After town,
And stop and then post.
post,
In office.
after office. Post is an adjective. It's the type of
Yeah.
office. So very good. So Jason said that he would go to town, stop at the post office, buy some groceries, and be back home by 3 o'clock. All right, very good. Now let's do number 3.
Okay.
Characteristics for wisdom, strength, and humility. We're gonna put 2 in there. Where would they go?
Wisdom.
After wisdom,
Wisdom and strength.
after wisdom, and after strength. Very good. So we're
Let's do-
separating those characteristics. After wisdom and after strength.
Mister, we are in the 4 already, right?
Now we're moving to 4.
Our duty and is
Obey.
All right, our duty is to love, obey, and serve God.
Obey, Mr.
Obey.
There's one
Obey.
after
love.
and one after love.
Yes.
So that's separating different things.
No,
Yeah.
Mr.
Guys.
Don't tell me that is more in the next space.
Oh, don't tell you.
Mister. But it's too easy, Mister.
All right, I'm gonna clear this out and we're gonna do the next page.
But it's too easy, Mister.
Too easy. You sure?
Yes. No, some of them, they are difficult.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Okay. All right, we're on to this new one. It's a little blurry, but we'll make it work. That's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, now we have this. It says, actually,
Cost. After cost.
where?
Cost.
After cost.
Okay, so let's read it first. We sailed down the river, along the coast, and into a little bit. You said after coast.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
One there.
Along. No.
River.
After river. Look at, what are these right here? What are we separating?
Because there is a couple.
What'd you say, Xander?
I don't remember.
You know it. Come on.
What is I don't remember. Because there is a
Prepositional phrase.
yes, that.
Good
I
job.
forgot it, Mister.
That's perfect. You did a great job. Those were prepositional phrases. So we were separating the prepositional phrases. Now, let's do the next one, number 6. It says, meekly, truthfully, and disinterestedly, he trod the path of life. We already have a comma after disinterestedly. Where are we going to put the other ones?
After meekly and truthfully.
Truthfully.
Very good. After meekly and truthfully. All right, and now I'm gonna pick on people. Angel Peña, we're on number 7 now. Show me where one of the commas will go.
Wise.
After wise. Sorry, not here. Wait, after or before wise?
After.
After, which wise? This one right here.
Yes.
No, that's not correct.
I know, Mister. I know one.
Give me one.
After world. After world.
After world. Peña, give me another one.
But wise is one, Mister.
No.
Mister,
Close
here's the
enough.
rule. Tell them Mister at
Careful.
the same time. Mister, in time.
No,
And the other one,
Careful.
tell them Mister.
no. Pay attention. You're not paying attention. Seldom is a person at the same time wise in his own eyes, comma, wise in the eyes of the world, comma, and wise in the sight of the Creator. All right, number 8, Gloria. Let's see, can you give me one? The lecture was clearly, forcibly, and eloquently delivered.
Clearly.
After clearly, very good.
Clearly, first and
Forcibly.
And after forcibly, very good.
there only two.
There's just only one.
Always try
I
to
can
do
do
it
the
slow.
8, mister.
I'm gonna actually skip and we're gonna move to think B.
No, mister.
You guys have to
Always
finish
try
the rest
to
on
do
your own.
it slow. To help readers in mind with
I can do that one, so.
Sure. But I'm gonna erase these now. We're
I
gonna
try so hard to lose 0.
stop singing Linkin Park. All right. Here's what we're gonna do in these ones. Let's read the instruction. It says, use commas to correctly separate the adjectives in these sentences. So we're working with adjectives. If no comma is needed, show that the sentence is correct by writing C in front of the number. So if it's correct, we'll put C right here, all right? But I don't know if that one's correct, so don't write C. All right. All right. We need honest, industrious workers for this job. Emilia.
Okay. Introductions.
Industrious.
That.
No, not there. Remember, we're not gonna, this is a noun right here. These are the adjectives right here.
I have one.
This.
And so remember, we're never going to separate with a comma an adjective and a noun. So it would go right here. Okay? All right, we'll do number 2. John Milton wrote bright, vigorous poetry. Pena, can you do this one for me?
Mister, why do you write A, and N?
So this one right here is an adjective, and this one right here is an adjective. This is a noun. So we're separating the adjectives in these sentences. Remember that the rule said that we'll never separate an adjective and a noun. And so we're never going to put a comma right here.
Tom Road, mister. John
All right, Pena.
Road.
No, that's a verb.
What, mister?
So John Milton wrote.
No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just reading. I think that vigorous, mister.
After vigorous.
Yes.
Same thing. This is the noun right here. Here's an adjective. So we're not going to separate the noun and the adjective. So where would it go?
In bright.
After bright. Very good, John Carlos. Put the comma there. Okay, let's have.
The cowardly disobedient.
Lizzie, number 3.
I just say, Mr. Where the comma or read it.
Both.
The cowardly disobedient Jonathan tried to run from
God. The cowardly disobedient Jonah tried to run from God. So where would it go?
right.
Where?
After Jonathan. Jonah.
No, that's a name. Jonah.
After 2. Can I say it? Can I say it?
No.
I missed it.
I want Lizzie to do it.
That is too easy. No, wait.
Look for the adjectives. Where are the adjectives?
Is that the when say that crownly and disobey?
Yep. Cowardly. Right here. Good job.
It was too easy.
Disobedient. All right, Monse. So easy. Why don't you do number 4 for me?
Okay. David was God chosen king to rule Israel after Saul. Church and king is adjective.
Sí, te lo regalo. No, te lo regalo.
Mm.
I mean that three. I was knowing that one. No,
Mm.
David
Read
was
the
yes.
instructions again.
Huh?
Read the instructions again.
Use commas to correct separate the adjective in this sentence. If no comma is needed, show that the sentence is correct by writing C in front.
No me gusta esto. The crossly.
David was God chosen king to rule.
Disobedient Jonah.
Chosen, mister.
Mr. Disobedient Jonah.
No, we're on 4, man. We already put the comma right here. We're on number 4 now.
Mister, chosen.
Chosen king.
Yes.
No.
So, it's correct.
Monse, is it correct?
What?
Is it correct?
What do you say, mister?
Is it correct?
Yes.
So what are we gonna put?
Sí.
That's it.
We'll put a C here.
No. No.
Until he listen, no, Giancarlo.
Okay, that's all we're gonna do for Think B. You guys have to do the rest on your own.
Oh, mister.
I'm gonna give you a clue though, okay? This one where it says if no comma is needed, there's only 2 more. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to erase this. We're gonna move down here. We're gonna do a couple of these, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay.
Mister, they're missing just 2 pages. Right?
Yeah. So we're gonna finish this one, and then we'll do the next one, and then we'll be done.
Use commas to separate item writing in a series in this sentence.
Use commas to separate items written in a series in these sentences. Okay. The
Mister,
first,
can I do it?
yeah. Give me the first one. Read it for me.
Both. Both.
Read number 1 for me.
A young farmer bought 1 yard of oxen, 6 cows, and 4 horses.
Okay. It's all talking about animals. A young farmer bought 1 yoke of oxen, 6 cows, and 4 horses. So we separated it by speaking it, by saying it. Now, how can we separate it on the sentence?
A young farmer brought
Both.
1 yoke. In the yoke in comma.
There'd be a comma right here. 1 yoke of oxen.
Oxen.
It's
And
separating
6
the different types of animals. Cows, and 4 horses. So it was separating the different types of animals. Now, Emilia, give me number 2 and stop playing with that.
The earth, the year, and the water team with life.
All right, so Emilia, read the earth.
The earth.
Air.
What's next? The air.
Air,
I know.
the
Air.
water.
Nope, that's it. We're separating the earth, the air, and the water. So that was it. That's all.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do 2 more, and then we're moving on.
Yes.
Let me get Sander. Do number 3 for me.
No, three more, mister. You need 5. You need to go to 5.
Hey, Mr. Simon was town minister, teacher, and judge.
Mr. Smithson was the town minister, teacher, and judge. What am I separating?
Town.
No, the town minister
Minister.
Yes, the town minister.
and I don't know, Mr. Wait.
He's got 3 different jobs.
Teacher.
After that,
Minister.
teacher. All right, here we're gonna do the next one, number 4. But I want you to think, what is there more than one of? For example, in number 1, there is more than one animal. So we're separating the animals. In number 2, there's more than one element, earth, air, and water. So we're separating the elements. Number 3, there is more than one jobs or occupations. And so we separated his occupations. Now in number 4, what is there more than one of? James, John, and Henry were present at the ceremony.
James.
James, Joe, and only James Jones and Henry.
Oh, there's more than one name there. So we were separating the names. We put a comma after James, a comma after John, and then we don't need a comma again because of and Henry.
John.
So James and John. We put the commas there and there.
Henry, no, because there is already N.
There's already and there. Very good. All right, we'll do one last one, and then we'll move on to the next page.
Present.
Nope, there's not one more. That's it. That's all we have there.
Right there.
No, I'm sorry. All right, now we're doing number 5. Let's read it. Mary, Edward, and Elizabeth were all tutors, rulers of England.
Edward, after Edward.
After Edward, before and after Edward. What's next?
Elizabeth.
And after
Elizabeth. Yes,
Mary.
Elizabeth. Yes, Elizabeth.
After Elizabeth.
No,
Did we-
wait, no, because there is an N.
There's an and, so it doesn't mean anymore.
Before Edward, before
Before Edward, after Mary.
Mary, Edward, and Elizabeth were Mr.
Yeah,
I don't think that you was not here.
that was
You
it.
didn't know.
Okay, that's all we're gonna do for this one. You guys have to finish think A, B, and C. We're gonna move to the next page. Okay,
How many things we will do today, Mr.?
this is the next page, and then we're done.
Okay.
Question in the number 7, how many commas we're going to put?
And number 7.
In the number C,
Number 7 thinks
Mister.
there's only 2.
We will do to page 135.
Yeah, I was gonna do 136, but we don't have time.
Yeah, Mr. We don't have time.
until page 35, we are going to work today, so Miss.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Mr. I can read it, please.
And tomorrow, 36.
Yes.
No, tomorrow we have language.
Nope, that's not correct.
Mr. I can read it, Mr.
Yesterday we have language, right?
Mr. Why we are not going to do the page?
And page 135, Mr.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I chose the wrong one.
Mr.
Okay, Mr. I want to read it. I want to read it.
Okay, this is the 3rd comma rule. Okay?
Okay.
Go for it, Sander.
Okay, the comma in compound sentence. Use a comma before the conjunction and, but, or, nor, for, and yet when they join part of a compound sentence. Jesus is the good shepherd, for he cares for his sheep. Note, do not confuse a compound word with a compound sentence. Each verb is a compound sentence has its one subject. A compound verb shares the same subject. Bradley cleaned the chalkboards and I straightened all the desks. Compound sentence, each verb has its own subject. A comma is needed before the conjunction. Bradley cleaned the chalkboards and straightened all the desks. Compound where both verbs share the same subject. No comma is used before the conjunction.
So a compound verb. It says use a comma before the conjunctions and, but, or, nor, for, and yet when they join parts of a compound sentence. So he gave the example, Jesus is the good shepherd, for he cares for his sheep. No, do not confuse a compound verb with a compound sentence. Each verb in a compound sentence has its own subject. A compound verb shares the same subject. So Bradley cleaned the chalkboards and I straightened all the desks. So compound sentence, each verb has its own subject. A comma is needed before the conjunction. Bradley cleaned the chalkboards and straightened all the desks. Both verbs share the same subject. No comma is used before the conjunction, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on the first one. Think A.
Team B for us, right?
Right here. I might
The
help you
third one
with a
is
lot of this.
the third
Team
one.
B for us, right, mister?
Slow
Do
down.
for, mister. Do for.
Slow down.
Because
Stop
there
talking.
are do for.
You guys to be quiet, please, because I'm trying to help you out with this as much as possible. But if you're talking, you're wasting time, and we can't get much done. We only have 15 minutes. Okay, think A. Read each of the following sentences carefully and put a box around each conjunction. The conjunction joins a compound verb. Put CV in the blank before the sentence. The conjunction joins a compound sentence. Puts CS in the blank and insert a comma before the conjunction. All right. Number one. First of all, let's look for the conjunction. What is the conjunction in number one?
Wait, mister, what?
In for, mister.
In number one.
For.
Conjunction. What is the conjunction?
Compound sentence.
No, let's read the conjunctions. And, but, or, nor, for, and yet.
For that, mister. For.
For.
So look at for.
No, that's not the conjunction in the sentence. What's the conjunction? Remember, it connects two parts.
For.
Not for,
But.
but.
Oh, mister. So we are getting the connecting words today.
Okay,
We
so
are not going to put comma. Mr. Naranjo, in the page 126, we were talking about conjunctions too.
yeah. So now we're gonna figure out if we're gonna put a comma. Does it have the same subject?
No.
So I looked for the lost donkey but could not find them.
Yeah, they have the same subject.
It has the same subject. If it has the same subject, do we put a comma?
Yes.
No, if it has the same subject, we do
No.
not put a comma. So it has a connecting verb. So what do we put? CV or CS? Or a compound verb?
TV.
CV, because it's a compound verb. Same subject, different verbs.
Where is the verb, mister?
Look at.
Find,
Look at.
looked, but the same subject was saw. Okay,
Mister, can I tell you the second one?
sure, John Carlos, give me the second one.
Velvet feels small and it looked rich and glossy. Mister, there are two. And
There's
The
only,
second one.
it's the first one.
The first one.
The first one is the one we're gonna use. So velvet feels smooth and it looks rich and glossy. So is this a compound verb or a compound sentence?
Compound sentence.
Compound verb.
Com-
Not sentence.
Compound sentence. So we're gonna put a comma there. We're gonna write CS. Now we do the next one. Earth has only one moon, but Saturn has at least 18. What is the conjunction in this one?
But,
In 3, but.
I try so hard
That's
to
It say CB.
Okay, is this a compound verb or a compound sentence?
Compound verb.
Does it have the same subject?
No, yeah, no, wait. No.
Yes, it has.
Does it have the same subject?
No.
No, so it is a compound sentence. I'm gonna do one more of these with you guys and then we're gonna do Think B. All right,
For Mr. Down. Is the conjunction is for.
very good, it is 4. And then, is this a compound sentence or a compound verb?
Compound verb.
Verb.
So we have David here was confident, for he knew that God was with them. So there's different subjects and different verbs. So it would be a compound,
Sentence.
yeah, compound sentence. Okay? Give you guys 10 seconds to write that.
Finish.
Okay.
Te voy a ir a comprar una calzoneta.
Mr. We need to underline the ones that are compound verbs.
No, you don't have to underline anything. I just did that to explain.
Okay.
Mister.
All right, I'm gonna erase it now.
30.
Think B. Okay. Let's start off with this. All right. Read each of the following sentences carefully, inserting commas where they are needed. On the blank before each number, write the number of the rule that applies. So there's 1, 2, and 3. We did rules 1, 2, and 3. Let's do number 1. It says, the clouds poured out water and the voice of thunder was in the heaven. Okay, it's not separating things in a series, so it can't be rule number 1. Is there different adjectives that it's separating?
One. Rule number 1.
No, it's not separating different adjectives like rule number 2. So what does it have to be? Hey, John Carlos, I can hear you. Leave your mic off.
Use commas and
Rule
separate
number 3.
adjectives.
It's rule number 3. So we're gonna put rule number 3 right here. If it's rule number 3, we're looking for a conjunction. What's the conjunction in that sentence?
Second one. On the first one.
And number 1.
On the conjunction of the sentence. And.
And so
I can. We are
Right.
going to put a comma before here.
before and, we're gonna put a comma right here.
But we do a.
A box? No, you don't have to do a box.
Okay. Just put a comma.
Yeah. Okay.
Now there is rule
Number 2.
2.
Red, yellow, and blue are primary colors. No, it's 3. 3. It's 3.
Number 3. But it's separating things in a series. It's separating
It's two.
subjects.
2, Mr. 2.
Are just only 2?
It's not separating adjectives.
1.
It'll be 1. Where are we gonna put it?
In red, between red and yellow, and after yellow.
Very good. Between red and yellow and after yellow.
The low crackling thunder kept me awake.
Okay.
It's 2.
It is 2. It's the adjectives that it's separating.
The square red opening across the
Correctly.
It's 3.
Where am I gonna put it?
Correctly.
After crackling.
Berkeley, yes.
No, because it's crackling thunder.
Also, in thunder.
Not after thunder, because thunder is the noun. What is rule number 2?
In cat.
They're loud. Remember, it's separating adjectives. And rule number 2, it separates adjectives. So loud, crackling thunder.
Mr. Number 43.
Okay, let's check.
The square set up the tree is
Scampered
covered
across the
across the
telephone wire and
telephone.
leaped onto the roof. What is it separating? Is it separating?
And the conjunction.
It's not rule number 3.
Two.
Remember, rule number 2 separates adjectives. Is it-
One.
So where are we gonna put the commas at?
Wire.
After wire. All right, there's one more.
Telephone.
Lip.
No,
The square.
Of the tree.
right here. After
Escape. Yeah.
raced up the tree, scampered across the telephone wire, and leaped onto the roof. And that's all for today. Yes, I'm sure.
Mr. That you have a good lunch.
You guys have a good lunch too. I will see you at 1 o'clock for spelling, okay?
Yes, Mr.
Bye.
Mr. We go out.